Ashley.
I'm exhausted. I'm physically, emotionally exhausted. Like I
You had a glass of wine after that, huh?
I just can't. I just
Well,
can't.
welcome to the show, Mark Spears of Anscape. But Ashley, I thought was spot on, and my favorite part was,
Yeah.
what is another word? What did you ask? I mean, that part of the video.
I said what's another name for a roster? A
That was
depth
great.
chart. It's
Yeah.
literally in the word.
That's my
Depth
favorite part.
chart. Yeah. Yeah.
There was a NBA assistant coach that I know really well, very sharp. He was telling me that one of the problems with Phoenix is, Chris Paul has constantly had these injuries. And actually, to your point, like the depth matters. He felt like if they had a point guard that was capable of, going 20 to 25 minutes a game, like Kyle Lowry has somebody in Miami to do that for him, right? Then they felt like Chris could be more effective, healthier. That, right now the threshold for him is probably about 25 minutes a game. And after that, he's more susceptible to injury. That's the problem with the Suns right now is now that Chris is out, it makes it already even tougher. So um, you need guys to spell KD. You need guys to give you some scoring off the bench. And right now, I mean, when Denver plays, they just keep coming in waves. They keep coming in waves. They got guys like KCP and like Uncle Jeff. Like they just got so many talented players that you can't take a break when you're playing them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw there was reporting from Shams. The Suns are preparing to not have Chris Paul for games 3 through 5. And then we're here talking about like the benches. And look at the difference in what you're getting, from Denver versus the Suns. So, and
Yeah.
KD and Book are already sort of playing high minutes totals so far in these playoffs. So I'm just curious, Mark, what do the Suns do now? I mean, they have like a long layoff, but what do they do now with the series shifting back to Phoenix, down Chris Paul, already having a bench depth that's non-existent?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to have to push KD and Book's minutes up even more. But also on the defensive end, they got to stop those guys too. And they're kind of like perimeter oriented, shooting a lot of threes, spread the court. They're a really, really hard team to guard. And then Joker's just a magical passer who gets his guys in open spots, and just watching them play, man, it's beautiful to watch him play. They just got too much, and that has been the strength of their team. I think now with Denver, this is their chance to show the world how good they are. I will admit I've been one of the skeptics, as to how good this team really is, and it took that first Suns game for me to realize, okay, they are truly for real. The assistant coach, Popeye Jones, keeps telling me that, but I said, I need to see them play somebody that could throw a punch. And right now, they knocked out the team that I think a lot of people and even myself expected to be the best team in the Western Conference, and that's the Phoenix Suns.
It's actually really interesting when you think about it, when this team traded for Kevin Durant. I mean, the formula or the failure rather of a top heavy offense is well documented. We saw it with the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant's last team, not even particularly this version of the Brooklyn Nets, the version before that, even more so. So it's interesting that the Phoenix Suns see that out there multiple times not working and still make a trade that puts them in that very position. And you're also not trading, I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, but let's be honest, you're not trading for a 25-year-old version of him. You're trading for a 30-plus version who's had multiple injuries, who's fresh off an injury this season. So while, yes, I think that talent can override depth, I think that only applies when the other team that you're facing doesn't have it. If they were facing a Denver team that was just as top heavy as they were, I could say this series can go either way. Neither of them will have a bench. Both their guys got to score at least 35 a game, play 40 plus minutes. That's all they got. but you're playing a team that doesn't need Jokic to score 35 to win. In game one, he scored 24. They washed the Phoenix Suns. That is hard to compete with when you don't have it. And yes, I know people will say, well, in the playoffs, you go down to a 7-8 man rotation, 9 if you're really deep. Okay, but they don't even have that. They barely have that. So when we're talking about the Phoenix Suns, we're really talking about a 4-man rotation, maybe 5 at most, probably more like 4 now that you don't have Chris Paul. There's nothing there except Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And I don't know how you go ahead and combat what Denver has.
Well, one guy that they got to dust off is TJ Warren. I don't really understand why he's not playing. This is a guy that put up 50 in the bubble, I believe. Certainly capable of scoring. He's got to get in there, get going. He's kind of one of their only hopes off the bench, and really have been confused on why he's not in the rotation. I thought he was going to have a major impact in the team. Maybe you have to play Terrence Ross more, a veteran guy. He'll probably see more time now that Chris Paul is out. But he's a guy that's been there, done that. Shamet's going to have to hit some threes for him. Same with Damian Lee. But, Kevin Durant is special. Book is special. And I know DeAndre Ayton yearns to be viewed as an all-star in this league, yearns to be viewed as one of the elite players of this league, and this is his chance. The series truly doesn't start till a team loses at home, right? So if you think about it, in a sense, Phoenix is really even till they lose at home. Ayton, got to show up. This is your time to show people that you are one of the special players in this league. I definitely think he has a talent to do it.
Here goes Natalie.
Now it's time. Now it's time for him to be special on both ends of the floor.
Get your popcorn ready, Mark, because Natalie's about to show you why she can't stand Kevin Durant and why she was blocked by Kevin Durant on Twitter. Go ahead, Nat.
You were blocked by
Show the people.
Oh, yeah, he's putting all my business in the street. And I tweeted about you for real. He blocked me. I did not even know. I saw that he was tweeting about Steph's epic Game 7 performance, and I wanted to, get the tweet. And I'm like, I go to get it, and I'm like, I'm blocked.
What you did. What did you do?
I mean, I didn't do anything to him personally, but he probably does not like my commentary on him, and I mean, It's my opinion. I'm not out here calling the man names. Chris Paul, he may have a right to really block me, but Kevin Durant, I'm just you got swept.
Maybe it's out of
and I
respect
think
for
Stephen
Chris
Curry
Paul.
is a better player than you. So he doesn't like my opinions. That's fine. But I really don't have any direct.
Hey, that's journalism, baby. Had that tough skin.
It's okay.
Everybody ain't gonna love you.
Trust me, I'm not upset over it. And I don't even want to go in on the Suns. I think they're cooked personally. So, but I'm still not sold on Denver. So all of this everyone's going crazy over Denver. Bro, it was the Timberwolves. And now you're playing 3 people on the Suns. So I'm not moved. I'm not moved by it.
They got that number 1 seed, and they're getting the benefit of having that number 1 seed. But I want Denver to show me they are for real.
Yes.
I told Popeye Jones, y'all supposed to be in the finals. You've been the number 1 seed from beginning to end, the best team from the West from beginning to end. So this is theirs to lose, right? They're going to have home court in the next series, assuming they win. They're supposed to be in the finals. Anything short of being in the finals for them is a disappointing season. You don't have they've been running this race ahead of everybody from the start of the season. So there's no, they're supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be beating up the 4th seed. They're supposed to be great. And they have been. They've been living up to it. But anything short of the finals, to me, is a disappointment for the Denver Nuggets because they've been the true dominant team in the league from beginning to end. But I'm going to tell you, I covered the Nuggets for 8 years. And I shouldn't let the past, hold me down. But something always happens to them. They're like the Clippers. Hey, something always. They're like the Clippers, man. Something always happens to the Nuggets, man. Every time. Just when you ready to buy, then that fool's gold takes place. So, but they definitely have the talent to finally prove everybody wrong. Let's see. They're supposed to be there.
Yeah, we'll see. Marc, thank you for joining us. Always love having you. Cannot wait to see you again.
Yeah, glad to be on Sister to Sister. Great show. Y'all take care.
You too, Marc.
Bye.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.